Hi, everybody. It's Father Barry, Day to Day with St. Joseph. It's Tuesday of the second week of Advent. How are you? This booklet that we go through, Rejoice, hopefully you got it, but as we talk every day, 7 days a week, about our Advent journey, just borrow from St. Joseph as we go towards the end of this holy year of Joseph and into a long-awaited Christmas, because last year's Christmas was just so subdued. And this year's at least has a little bit more openness and celebration. But humility. Maybe last year's Christmas we really felt kind of humbled. I hardly got any presents for anybody last year at Christmas. And Christmas was a lot of it just being at home with this other priest that lives with me. And didn't go a lot of places, didn't do a lot of things. It was a humble time. And yet, I think that priest and I had a lot of time of prayer with each other. Going day to day as his prayer partners in the tougher days of the COVID. I think the other priest and I just realized we don't really understand everything that was going on with COVID. We just longed for people that they could come and be in church. So we were recording a lot of things for the website. We were, involved in taping masses every Wednesday for the Sunday airing for people. And it was kind of quiet here. We started a window of an adoration for the Eucharist, or just coming to see the tabernacle and praying, and we were humbled by the many cars that came by. Many people came by to pray, as they're doing again this year. Humbled by people who are willing to do a drive-through confession. Last Friday it was 13, and the last Friday we did it, and a lot of people coming to pray in adoration. St. Joseph, when he's in the situation with Mary's pregnancy, the author says that Joseph responded in a very profound humility. And that was, I'm not worthy. It was that third theory that you read in the book, the reverence theory. Joseph knew the miraculous cause of Mary's pregnancy from the beginning. And maybe he was on that trip even when Mary went to visit Elizabeth, and he heard Mary receive that response from Elizabeth, "You're the mother of God. Who am I that the mother of my Lord would come to me?" Well, I think Joseph too, who am I that I would be involved in the Lord's work with the mother of the Messiah? And so he's trying to act with a lot of discretion and discernment. And because of his righteousness, he was feeling not worthy. St. Bernadette of Clairvaux and Thomas Aquinas say that that's why Joseph wanted to send her away quietly, because he could just kind of mess the whole thing up by his own lone lowliness. But if you read the Ark of the Covenant stories of how they treated the Ark of the Covenant, there also was that awe that nobody can get near the Ark because of what it means. You remember that special object of the Old Testament that kept the commandments in it, and the staff of Moses and other holy objects. So they carried that with great care. They handled it with great care in the tent of meetings later in the temple of the Lord. And so people really saw that vessel as the greatest of vessels. So Joseph would have seen Mary as similar, as a vessel of the Lord, holding the Holy of Holies in her. And so the calling into the church, like for me, as I write my reflection, there was an awe of being invited to be near the altar, the tabernacle, the Mass. So it was not something I even thought of until I was in my later 20s. Didn't even consider myself a person that could do that. And I guess that was the right attitude to have, was I'm not worthy, and well, no one is. Then when it comes to just general vocations, I was thinking, Joseph is out there with everybody in their vocations. And if you start off humbly with the call, you're starting off better. But I've met some people too that going into marriage or going into some other special work, a vocation, going even to just one specific thing that the Lord is encouraging them to do, they go into it, but they're like, Lord, I'm really going to need your grace. I'm really going to need your help. I think, well, that's just a great way to enter into anything, rather than, well, I got all this self-talent, self-confidence, Lord, and I'll call on you if I need you. Rather the other way, Lord, from the very start, I need your help. And to live as the king's kid is quite a calling. To live as the king's servant, to live as the king's witness. You're the King of Kings, and who am I? But you've called me, so therefore you can equip me, and you can strengthen me and guide me and inspire me to what your will is, O God. Let your will be done in me, here on earth, in Burtonsville, and your perfect will is in heaven. I hope one day to get there. I'm going on this Advent journey to Christmas and an Advent journey to glory one day.